What's up, y'all? I want to welcome y'all back to AD Cooks, and this is what a ham looks like once it digests in your stomach. Just kidding, y'all. No, this is actually the honey glazed ham that I cooked a couple videos ago on Easter, and I took most of the meat off of this, and I was left with a little bit of meat left on it and some bone. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and boil this ham, and we're gonna make us some black-eyed peas with it. Okay guys, welcome back. What we have in front of us, and I didn't turn my eye on, so you wanna make sure you turn that on. What we have in front of us is a pot of water. We're gonna take our bones that I showed you in the earlier video of this ham and put it in this pot. And this may not be my biggest pot. I may have to change out pots, but I'll just try it and see if it'll all fit, and we'll go from there. So basically what you want to do is let your ham go ahead and boil for about an hour and a half to an hour, and cover it, and that's about it at this point. Don't have to add any seasonings or anything to it now. We're just letting our ham and well, not our ham, but our bone and the pieces of meat on the ham cook down for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Okay guys, welcome back. We went ahead and let our ham hocks go ahead and boil. This is about an hour right now, and I had to make a trip to the store. You want to put this in when you put the ham in, but I'm gonna add in 3 bay leaves at this point right now. Like I said, when you're doing this, add the bay leaves in right when you put your ham in, and then I'm going to add me in about a stalk of celery, or a stalk and a half of celery. We're going to add us in a little bit of black pepper at this point, just a little bit, and still we're not seasoning this yet because this ham is salty, and you don't want to start seasoning stuff until you get an idea. And I put in a little bit of onion powder right there. A little bit of garlic powder. And all of this is optional for you. And I'm gonna put in a little bit of cayenne pepper. Stir all of this up. And also at this point we have not added our beans yet, because I want to make sure this this piece of bone, or the meat that's on this ham, cooks pretty good. So I'm going to let it cook for about maybe another 30 to an hour, and I'll see you all then. Okay guys, our ham and our bone is still cooking. What we're going to do at this point, we're going to go ahead and add our onions into this. We're going to add us a little bit of minced garlic in. And now the fun part, our beans. And these are frozen in a bag. The reason why I'm doing these versus doing the ones that come unfrozen in a bag is because I don't have time to let them sit up in water. Because when you buy the beans, and you can do it whatever way you want to do it, guys. I just don't have the time. But if you have the time and you've prepped it, you can go ahead and add your, you can buy the beans in the bag that aren't frozen and let it sit up for about 8 hours in a bowl of water, and pick them out. Pick out the bad ones, keep the good ones, and you can do the same thing. But I'm using frozen. I'm gonna use about a half of this bag. And with these being frozen, it's gonna reduce the temperature on this. So you're just gonna have to wait a minute for the temperature to come back up. But that's about it. We're gonna let this cook down some more, and I'll see you all then. Okay guys, our black eyed peas are still cooking, and this is what it's looking like, and we still have our bay leaves in her as well. I did go ahead and taste this, and at this point we can go ahead and add in, I add brown sugar to mine. You can add white sugar if you want to. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper into this and a little bit of seasoning salt into this. And also I went ahead and took my bone and my ham meat out, and I'm going to show you all how I chop that up, and then we'll incorporate it back into the black eyed peas. But let's go ahead and add our seasoning into this. Just felt like it needed a little bit of black pepper to it. And we're gonna add us a little bit of seasoning salt. You can use regular salt if you want to. I just think it needs a little kick to it. Just something to get it going. And we're gonna add us in some brown sugar. Maybe about a half a cup, maybe. My light just went off, but that's cool. The show must go on. Okay. And these black eyed peas have been on here for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to continue to let them cook down and cover it and let it do its magic. Okay guys, we have our bone and our ham and our fat from it. What we're going to do is we're going to chop this up, and you want to make sure before you do this cools down. So I think I have this cooled down enough. So we just want to remove a lot of this good meat off of this bone. We've used the bone up, so we don't need it at this point. And you want to kind of keep some of the fat. But it's up to you. And if this is cooked right, all of this stuff should detach pretty easy. Don't really need that. That's a little bit too much fat. So you just kind of want to pick through it. And you see what I'm saying, when this is hot, you won't be able to handle this like that. So you don't need that. And I'm going to take some of this this fat from here. I'm going to chop that up. I may not keep all of it. Some meat over here. Yep, that's meat. This is some meat. So you just kind of want to pick through this, and once you pick through this and figured out what pieces that you want, and everything is optional for you, you know, I mean, if you don't want any fat in your black eyed peas, don't put it in there. But I like a little fat. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish picking through this, keeping what I want, discarding what I don't, and that's it. Okay guys, our meat is chopped up, and I'm gonna go ahead and redistribute it back into these beans, or these black eyed peas. And we're going to go ahead and stir this up and let it finish cooking down some more, because our beans aren't where they need to be at yet. So cover it and let it cook. And also at this point you want to kind of start tasting your beans, because some people like their beans to be a little rougher, some people like their beans to be a little mushy. So that's why you need to really get into your food, taste it. Don't just start adding seasonings and stuff to it and thinking, oh, okay, well, the bag says to cook it for 30 minutes. But, you know, if that's not your taste to or your texture to your beans, then you might want to cook it a little longer. So just make sure a good cook always tastes this food. All right. So we're gonna cover this up and let it cook down some more. Okay guys, welcome back. These are black-eyed peas, and this is what it's looking like right now. What we're gonna do is go ahead and add us a little bit of okra in there. And these are frozen, and this is optional. I like okra. We're going to go ahead and let it simmer down a minute. These beans or these black-eyed peas are basically done, but we're going to go ahead and let the okra cook a little bit, and I will see you all in the next one. Okay guys, welcome back, and these are the ending results to the black-eyed peas. I went ahead and let my okra cook down a little bit, and this is it. You also want to make sure you take your bay leaves out, unless you like eating on leaves. I mean, you could do what you want to do, but I took mine out. And this is it, y'all. This took about maybe about as far as with the beans, this took about an hour and a half to cook the beans, to get them to the way I wanted them. And like I say, everybody's preference is different, but I want to appreciate you all for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and peace.